The year 1971 witnessed the eruption of a momentous struggle in South Asia, a struggle for freedom, identity, and self-determination. It was a time when the very essence of a people's existence was at stake. East Pakistan, separated from its western counterpart by thousands of miles and a gulf of cultural and linguistic differences, rose in revolt against the oppressive regime in West Pakistan. The geographical divide was mirrored by a deep-seated cultural chasm. The spark that ignited the flames of rebellion was the systematic discrimination and marginalization faced by the Bengali population of East Pakistan. Their voices were stifled, their rights trampled upon. For years, the people of East Pakistan had endured economic exploitation, political disenfranchisement, and cultural suppression. Their rich heritage and vibrant culture were under constant threat. The breaking point came in 1970 when the Awami League, led by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, won a landslide victory in the general elections. This victory was a beacon of hope for the Bengalis. Despite securing a clear mandate, the Awami League was denied the right to form a government by the ruling junta based in West Pakistan. This denial was a blatant affront to democratic principles. This act of blatant injustice triggered widespread protests across East Pakistan. The streets of Dhaka and other cities became battlegrounds for freedom. The Pakistani army responded with brutal force, unleashing a reign of terror that shocked the world. The scale of the military crackdown was unprecedented. Faced with unspeakable atrocities, millions of terrified Bengalis fled their homes, seeking refuge in neighboring India. The exodus was massive and heart-wrenching. The world watched in horror as a humanitarian crisis of unprecedented proportions unfolded. International media brought the grim realities to global attention. India, already grappling with the burden of millions of refugees, found itself drawn into the vortex of the conflict. The situation was dire and demanded action. The plight of the Bengali people resonated deeply with India, prompting a wave of sympathy and support across the nation. Citizens rallied, funds were raised, and the spirit of solidarity was palpable. As the situation in East Pakistan deteriorated, the region was engulfed in violence and chaos. India faced a complex geopolitical challenge, balancing its strategic interests with humanitarian concerns. Public opinion was firmly in favor of supporting the Bengali struggle for independence, with rallies and protests erupting across the nation. However, direct military intervention carried the risk of escalating the conflict into a wider war with Pakistan, a scenario India wanted to avoid at all costs. It was in this volatile environment that India's external intelligence agency, the Research and Analysis Wing, or RAW, was tasked with a critical mission to aid the Bengali resistance movement without overtly involving India in the conflict, a delicate balancing act. RAW, under the leadership of the enigmatic Rameshwar Nath Kao, swung into action, devising strategies and coordinating efforts. The agency recognized that a clandestine approach was essential to provide effective support to the Mukti Bahini, the Bengali guerrilla force fighting for liberation, ensuring their efforts were both impactful and discreet. One of RAW's primary objectives was to transform the Mukti Bahini from a loosely organized group of freedom fighters into a formidable guerrilla force capable of taking on the Pakistani army. This transformation was crucial for the success of their mission. To achieve this, RAW established training camps in remote areas of India close to the border with East Pakistan. These locations were chosen for their strategic advantage and secrecy. These camps provided sanctuary and training to thousands of Mukti Bahini recruits, offering them a safe haven to prepare for their missions. Indian military instructors, working closely with RAW operatives, imparted crucial skills in guerrilla warfare, weapons handling, and tactical operations. They focused on both theoretical and practical aspects of combat. The training was designed to exploit the Mukti Bahini's knowledge of the local terrain and their familiarity with the Bengali language and culture. This local expertise was a significant advantage. The training regimen was rigorous, designed to instill discipline, enhance combat skills, and foster a spirit of camaraderie among the recruits. It was essential to build a cohesive and effective fighting force. The emphasis was on speed, stealth, and surprise, essential elements of guerrilla warfare. These tactics were vital for the Mukti Bahini to outmaneuver and outsmart the better-equipped Pakistani forces. Beyond training, RAW played a pivotal role in providing the Mukti Bahini with a steady supply of arms, ammunition, and critical intelligence. Procuring weapons for the Mukti Bahini posed a significant challenge, as India had to avoid any overt actions that could be traced back to its involvement. Raw operatives worked discreetly, using a network of intermediaries and covert channels to procure weapons from various sources, including captured Pakistani stockpiles. These weapons, ranging from rifles and machine guns to explosives and rocket launchers, were then smuggled across the porous border into East Pakistan, providing a much-needed lifeline to the beleaguered Mukti Bahini.